I was halfway through a bowl of cereal at midnight when my phone buzzed with an email that made my stomach twist into a knot. The subject line read, Final exam reminder, Biology 101, April 16th at 9 a.m. I stared at it for 10 seconds, spoon dripping milk onto the table. Biology 101. I had signed up back in January, sat through the first boring lecture, and then my brain just erased it like it never happened. 3 months gone. Poof. Now the final was 14 hours away, and I had zero notes, zero textbook, and zero clue what the professor even looked like. I grabbed my phone and called my roommate Jake. He picked up on the second ring, voice loud from whatever party he was at. Jake, dude, I just got an email. I completely forgot I was even in Biology 101. The final's tomorrow morning. I'm screwed. He started laughing so hard, I had to pull the phone away from my ear. You forgot an entire class? Bro, that's the dumbest thing I've heard all semester. Only total losers do crap like that. My parents would cut me off in a heartbeat if I pulled that garbage. He kept laughing, then added, You're probably gonna fail anyway. Some of us actually show up to class, you know. I could hear music thumping in the background. Jake, can you at least turn the music down when you get back? I need to study. He snorted. This is my dorm too. If you can't handle a little noise, that's on you, poor boy. Stop whining about that $1,452.80 electric bill from March 2. My dad will cover it eventually. You always nag like you're broke. In college, your roommate's mood can wreck your whole night faster than any professor ever could. I hung up and opened YouTube. I typed Biology 101 final exam crash course and found this one guy who taught the whole course in 6 videos, each about 45 minutes. He yelled every fact like the universe was ending, and he was pumped about it. I hit play on the first one and started pacing our tiny dorm room, 10 steps one way, 10 steps back, whispering terms under my breath so I wouldn't forget. BY2 AM. My eyes burned from the laptop screen. The guy was jumping around explaining cells like they were in a cage fight. I wrote notes on my phone until my thumbs cramped. Jake got back around 3 a.m., smelling like cheap beer and pizza. He slammed the door, dropped his keys on the desk, and stared at me. Still at it? You look like a zombie. Give up already. You're never gonna pass. He cranked his speaker up and blasted some song while he ate cold pizza straight from the box. The bass made my desk vibrate, and the smell of pepperoni made my stomach turn. My heart pounded so hard I could feel it in my throat. Sweat soaked the back of my shirt even though the room was cold. My hands shook every time I tried to type a note. I kept thinking about the $12,500 scholarship that paid for my books and rent. If I failed this class, I would lose it all. My parents worked 2 jobs each just to get me here. I wanted to slam the laptop shut and quit, but instead I kept watching. Video 4 was on DNA, and the guy screamed the steps so loud I had it memorized by the end. By 7 a.m. my brain felt like it was cooking. Everything buzzed, and my vision kept blurring. I showed up to the exam building on time, but had no idea where room 204 was. I stopped a girl in the hall. Hey, do you know where the bio final is? She gave me this look like I was lost on purpose and pointed. I sat down, opened the test, and the first question hit. List the levels of biological classification and give an example. My brain fired up instantly. King Philip came over for good soup. Kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. I wrote it down fast. Every question after that felt the same. My mind would blank for a second, then the YouTube guy's voice would blast the exact clip I needed. I finished with 10 minutes left, turned it in, and walked out. Jake was waiting in the hall eating a burrito. How'd it go, genius? I shrugged. I either passed or I just wrote a bunch of nonsense about cells. He smirked. Told you. Losers like you don't pull miracles. 2 weeks later, I was back in the dorm checking the portal on my phone. The grade loaded. 92%. I yelled so loud the guy next door banged on the wall. Jake walked in right then, still in his pajamas. No way you got above 50. Let me see. I turned the phone so he could read it. His face went blank. I looked him dead in the eyes and said, 92%. And remember how you kept bragging that your parents pay for everything so you don't worry about bills or grades? Well, I just sent you a Venmo request for that $1,452.80 electric bill you dodged all March. Oh, and I emailed your parents the screenshots of your own midterm grades. All DS. And the photos from the 3 weekends you were blackout drunk instead of studying. They texted me back already asking for details. Good luck explaining why your allowance is getting cut next month. Jake's mouth opened, but nothing came out. His face went pale. I grabbed my bag, walked past him, and shut the door behind me. In college, one forgotten class can feel like the end of the world. But sometimes the real lesson is learning exactly who your roommate really is.